Kia ora, talofa lava. Hello, everyone. Bianca Iono here. I want to share with you 3 things that you need to explode your sales in 2024. So I help high-performing entrepreneurs claim their effortless genius so they can uncap their income. And this is what allows my clients to create authentic success on their terms. And so what I see often is really amazing, incredible doers, incredible high performers that can get amazing stuff done, but they kind of almost become at the mercy of their own genius, of their own immense capacity. And so it kind of looks like you're spinning a whole bunch of plates all at once. It's a whole nother like skill set or shift in identity to really stop and go, what is the number one plate I could spin that if I combined my talents, if I can really harness my focus, what could get me the best results, the fastest traction, the speediest, most aligned path to my revenue goals. So this is what I really find is super, super powerful if you find yourself in this invisible ceiling. If there's a level of like, you're used to achieving a certain level of income with a certain amount of effort, with a certain amount of time exchange, but you're kind of butting your head up against a brick wall. It's like, I can't seem to burst through, and what's it going to take? So there are 3 main things that you actually need to look at and harness. One is your own magnetism, your own personal magnetism. How empowered do you feel? How magnetic are you to your desires? How worthy, deserving, expectant are you that you can create the results that you want to bring forth? This is also part of this is really harnessing that alignment so that you know exactly who you are, who you've come here to be, who you've come here to serve, and the mission that you were born to fulfill. When you are really in alignment with this magnetism, your dream client, your ideal client, it's like that thing of when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You'll be the teacher that appears for them out of nowhere. It's a really easeful way of being like, yep, that's what I want. Your thing is the thing that I want, and I know it in my bones. So having that magnetism that allows you to attract your dream client is one of the pieces. The next piece is really about being in your effortless genius zone. And so I've been having lots of really cool conversations about the difference between the innate genius and then your application of your innate genius. They are slightly different things. So there's an element of you being inherently valuable, inherently talented, your innate skills that just come naturally to you. And then it's also the discernment of where you decide to focus these skills. This is you being in your effortless genius zone. When you harness your dream client magnetism, your effortless genius zone, this is when you create joy. This joy, this fulfillment, this joy-driven momentum makes it really exciting to talk about what it is that you talk about. Makes it, the results that created from that are in this slipstream where the better it gets, the better it gets. So those are the first 2 things. The third thing that you actually need is the thing that allows you to stay in your effortless genius zone for as long as you possibly can. And that's leverage and support. So often, just being the matriarch of your life, being the leader, being the queen, being the organization and the head of the movement that you lead, this is a skill in itself and an identity shift in itself. How can you receive the support, leverage team and tribe and systems so that you get to stay in the spaces that give you the most yield, the most income, the most joy? When you have those 2 pieces, that's when you have ease. And when you have all of them together, this is what creates spaciousness. And it's becomes this like really amazing whirlpool that, your actions and your energy compound. So all parts of you are moving towards what it is that you want. And this is when rapid rapid ascension of your results. You burst through your glass ceilings of invisible income. And yeah, it's is this really beautiful slipstream of being the woman, being the leader, being the leader of the movement that that invites in exactly what it is that you want, everything that you desire, and just having the power and the permission to go after what you want. One of the examples for me was when, now I highly recommend you don't do this, when I had my triplets. So I have a 8-year-old, no, 7-year-old and 3 4-year-olds. When I first had my babies, I found that like my life was kind of like a treadmill where the pace of the treadmill was just accelerated just a little bit too much. It was just a bit too fast to keep up comfortably. And I was used to, helping people with health and wellness and helping high performers create, the way that they were creating success was causing a lot of disharmony in their relationships and their health. But I really didn't feel like I was in a space to do that. So my own magnetism was definitely, and somebody, a close friend enrolled me to be in a sales role. And I ended up picking up a few of these different gigs. And it really allowed me to get in my genius zone, let go of all the things that used to weigh me down. And I closed 1.2 million in sales for my clients in 18 months whilst working part-time, whilst breastfeeding triplets during COVID too. So it was, a pretty crazy hat trick, but an awesome example to me of what happens when you really can get yourself in alignment, when you can really harness your genius zone, and how fast you can run when you're not doing any of the things that hold you back. And that was one of my genius zones, sure, is like sales and having sales conversations and helping people choose and basically make a decision about what's right for them. And help and guide them to a vision that's greater than the one that they see for themselves. So that is something that I do every day, whether or not I'm having a chat with a girlfriend at breakfast and telling her that she needs to get rid of a whole bunch of like energy vampires in her life, or if I use that in a sales conversation. But it definitely, as I started accelerating through here, it definitely wasn't my highest yield opportunity. It wasn't, it was just one aspect of what I could do well. And what I noticed is when I moved into sales consulting, I found that this aspect of wellness, of being the matriarch of your life, or really enlisting support to help you stay in your genius zone, it wasn't really like, it's like the masculine paradigm of sales doesn't really allow or accommodate that for women, especially mothers as well, or just, I think it's anyone who really values the journey over the destination. I found that a lot of sales methodology and systems and processes were like this real burn and churn. I mean, the average salesperson, the career lifespan is like 9 months, right? So people get burnt out traditionally doing sales. So when I moved into sales consulting and started putting through health and wellness, which was another, aspect of my genius, then I found that now I was helping CEOs and business owners rapidly increase their conversion rates, rapidly break through their own revenue goals. I trained one team, and it was only after 4 weeks. It was just a few shifts for the team members, talking to them about owning the energy of a gatekeeper instead of kind of like the chasing energy of like the pauper asking, please, 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 like trying to fawn almost to help people to try to like, people please or convince somebody into buying. So just shifting their power dynamics after 4 of these group sessions, this organization, their conversion ratios went from 27% to 43%, which add an extra 200 grand to their bottom line just that month alone. So, just recognizing that your effortless genius can be applied in a variety of different ways, but there's this discernment to, and and almost objectivity and clarity that's required to go, okay, where can I use these skills and these talents on in the best ways? And then, of course, you know, at every step of the way, as you're expanding, as you're evolving, ensuring that you're bringing the team, the systems, your tribe around you so that you can have the freedom to actually enjoy all the hard work that you're creating. So here is the little recipe to help you, you know, explode your sales in 2024. So your dream client magnetism, just your magnetism, your personal magnetism, your energy is as simple as focusing on what energizes you and letting go of what drains you. This is what makes life fun. What energizes you, what drains you equals fun. Next is to amplify your passions and look at the highest yield opportunities. This might be like your highest potential client at your highest potential price point. Where is your genius most valued? Where is like a tiny drop of your medicine going to create the biggest ripple effect? When you have these two pieces, then you really have that fulfillment. You really have the financial, there's like a ascension. There is a compounding energy that drives your revenue, your profits, up and up and up. And then finally, because we want to make sure that there's support, we want to make sure it's safe for you to do that. For some people, exploding your sales actually maybe feels really scary to do because you don't have the infrastructure that would support you. So it's really, this part is really about enlisting support, being somebody who can receive that support and streamlining your system so that it's kind of as within, so without, as so within, as without. There is total congruence, total alignment. I often liken it to a spinning top where you get this perpetuity, the sustainability, where the success that you're creating doesn't have a cost to it. So the better it gets, the better it gets, the more of you put into it, the more you become, the more sales that you make. So if this has been helpful to you, I'd really love, I've got a little questionnaire beneath you. I've got a few spots available this week. If you'd like to know how to uncap your income and explode your sales in 2024, fill out the diagnostic in the comments below, and I will give you 3 of your main action points that you need to unhook, untether, so that you can explode your sales in 2024. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.